Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big ideas into clear, actionable systems. Today, we're going to tear up the old rulebook on personal finance, all thanks to Ramit Sethi's classic, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. We're going to build a system that makes you wealthy while you actually get to focus on living your life.
All right, let's dive right in by absolutely destroying the single worst piece of financial advice anyone has ever given you. Stop buying lattes. I mean, seriously, if you actually think that saving $5 on a coffee is your ticket to wealth, you've already lost. That is a mindset of scarcity, it's a mindset of guilt, and you know what? It's just plain bad math.
And this right here, this is the core philosophy that changes everything. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making conscious, deliberate choices. It's all about designing a life where you can say a huge, emphatic yes to the things that actually bring you joy, whether that's travel, amazing food, or, yes, even your daily coffee.
So we're totally shifting our focus. Instead of playing defense, pinching pennies and feeling bad about every purchase, we're going on offense. We are building an automated financial machine that works for you 24/7, so that your money finally serves your life and not the other way around.
But hang on. Before we build anything, we have to know what we're even building for. The word rich, it's got a lot of baggage, right? Most people hear it and they picture mansions and sports cars, but honestly, that's such a boring, generic definition. The very first step is to define what it means for you.
So let's get really specific for a second. What does a rich life look like to you? For me, when I first started this journey, it was being able to order an appetizer at a restaurant without even glancing at the price. Maybe for you, it's flying home to see your family twice a year without any financial stress. Or maybe it's just being able to buy any book you want whenever you want. That is your rich life. And that's the real goal we're aiming for.
And this gets to the real enemy here. The reason so many of us struggle isn't that we're bad at math, it's psychology. We all have these invisible money scripts running in the background of our minds, these ideas we picked up from our parents or from society. They're constantly telling us things like money is a taboo subject, or investing is just gambling. The first step to getting rich is seeing these scripts and then deciding to rewrite them.
Okay, so it's time to get into the nuts and bolts. Let's look at the mechanics of the system. Ramit's entire approach really boils down to three incredibly powerful pillars that, once you set them up, will completely transform your relationship with money forever.
Pillar number 1, forget budgeting. I'm serious. Budgeting is a financial diet. It's all about looking backward, seeing where you messed up, feeling guilty, and then eventually you fail. So we're replacing it with a conscious spending plan. With this, you decide ahead of time where your money is going to go. A chunk for bills, a chunk for investments, a chunk for savings, and, this is the best part, a chunk for guilt-free spending on literally whatever you want. It's proactive and it's freeing.
Pillar number 2 is the engine that makes this whole thing run: automation. This is how you pay yourself first and actually make progress without relying on willpower, which we all know runs out. You set up a really simple automatic waterfall. Your paycheck hits your account and then, whoosh, money is automatically sent to your investments. Whoosh, it goes to your savings. Whoosh, it pays your bills. And the money that's left over, that is yours to spend 100%, completely guilt-free.
And pillar number 3 is all about leverage. It's about focusing on the big wins. Stop wasting brain power on the tiny stuff. People will literally waste hours trying to save $3 on a bank fee, but they won't spend one afternoon learning how to negotiate their salary, which could earn them thousands more every year. Focus on the 5 to 10 things that get you 95% of the way there. Automating your investments, that's a big win. Negotiating one raise, that's a big win. Skipping a latte is not.
Now, this next part is so important because it addresses the single biggest reason people fail to get started: analysis paralysis. We get so caught up trying to find the absolute perfect investment or the perfect savings account that we just get overwhelmed and end up doing nothing at all.
And this little chart shows you the staggering cost of waiting. Just look at this. Smart Sally invests for only 10 years. Dumb Dan invests for 20 years, twice as long. But because Sally started a decade earlier, the incredible power of compound interest means she ends up with over $60,000 more. It's not about being the smartest. It's about starting early. Time is your greatest asset, period.
And this all leads to what Ramit calls the 85% solution. It is so much better to just get started today and be 85% correct than to wait 10 years trying to be 100% perfect. Pick a good enough low-cost index fund that's basically just a diversified basket of stocks. Open a good enough high-yield savings account. The point is to just start now. You can always optimize and get better later on. Okay, so let's bring all this home.
We've talked about the psychology, the system, and the strategy. Now it's time to apply it all by going back to that first and most important question we asked at the very beginning.
So here's the bottom line. This entire system is designed to do one thing: remove the barriers. It removes the guilt, it removes the confusion, it removes the perfectionism, all so you can just begin. It's about putting your good habits on autopilot so you can get on with actually living that rich life you define for yourself.
So now I want to turn it over to you. Ramit talks about our money dial, that one single category in your life where you'd love to just turn the spending dial all the way up to 10. For some people, it's travel. For others, it's amazing food or convenience or health and fitness. So what's yours? I want you to write it in the comments. What is the one thing you would love to spend extravagantly on, totally guilt-free? I am genuinely curious to read what your rich life looks like.
And that is our breakdown of the I Will Teach You to Be Rich system. If you want more explainers that give you clear, actionable systems for a smarter life, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks so much for watching.
That wraps up today's review. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. See you next time.